Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I am going to start another Christmas journal because I purchased this kit and I wanted to do another folio because I just think they're fun and they're simple and they're, you know, they make up really quickly. So this, hold on, what I do with it. This kit here is from Cherish Horse Graphics. And I'm not sure if I put her in my Linktree or not, but I can. It's called Woodland Christmas. Now, there is a page kit and there is a add-on kit, which is pretty much the ephemera part. There's more to this. I've already cut it out because I couldn't wait. So you'll see it as I start to go through that. But so this is the kit I'm going to use. It's a vintage Santa look, vintage winter or Wonderland type look. So I think it'll be kind of cool. I put it on coffee dyed. I wanted it to look as grungy as I could. But the only problem is, go through these little pages. The only problem is the pages did not fit as a journal and or as the last folio that I made. So I have to reconstruct it. So I did not quite figure this all out yet, but I thought I would do it with you because if you have different size papers or things like that, you might want to make your journal a little different. In fact, I was not quite happy with the last one where it folded over okay, but it could have been over a little more. Yeah, I'll show you what I'm talking about. I think I'm going to show you. I'm going to work as long as I can kind of on this and in this video because it's getting later and I really, have already done a bunch today. So what I'm planning is my back part of the file folder is this is going to be the part that folds over to make the cover, part of the cover. So this is going to be the flap. Let's just say that, okay? So being that, I want this to be the very bottom page, but I need it to fit this page. So I'm just gonna little bit eyeball this, and once we get it done, then I can go back and measure it and cut the rest of them to match. Okay, so your design is going to go this way, up and down, or if it goes sideways, but that's what I'm going to do. So this looks about half to me. All right, so I'm just going to put a little tick mark there. Oh, wait a minute, I lied. I want this to be, let's see if I can do it with this roller. I think this measures 7 inches. So a ½ inch on each end would be 8. I'd like to leave a little bit of a border. I think I'll leave a ½ inch. I'm not sure I really want a ½ inch, but that's what I'm going to work with because I want to be able to put this on the pages, but have a little bit left over. I wonder if that's too much. I don't want to make it an awkward size. So it would have, all right, I think a ½ inch is just too big. So let's see, what is it? How about 3/8 of an inch? It's just not quite as much. A little over 1/4 and less than half. So now I'm going to cut these two places. And I hope at this time you can follow along and understand what I'm saying. Don't want to make it too difficult, too complicated. All right, so we cut off one edge already, and then I'll cut this one here. And try to make it straight as I can. All right, so now we have this cut, and this part is going to be the back of the journal. This is going to fold over to the front of the journal, okay? So I thought I'd leave this flap on here because I think that would be maybe nice. It may not be, and I may end up cutting it off, but that's the only one that I'm going to worry about having the flap out, because I probably will cut these down the other way too. Okay, so now we only need to measure this to there. Now I was thinking, like, if you had the legal size, which is 8.5 by, I think, 14 in the United States, you could get 2 journals out of one file folder. 2, you know, or 6 out of all these, I guess. Okay. And I'm just going to line these up and mark these. All right. These can be pockets or tags or a lot of different things that we can make with these extra pieces. Okay, so now we have 3. I want this back one with this on the front, or the back on the, let's say, on the right-hand side, so that when it flips over, then this one will go in the middle of that, and this will go in the middle of that. And okay, so these we're going to get glued down when we get to that part, but I'm not going to glue anything down yet, because now the width is what we have to worry about. So if I'm going to put this on here, and I know that this line here, there's 3, 1, 2, 3, and I know that that one's going to be the fold and it's going to be the front. So if I want to have that 3/8 inch all around this, I can just see that, how, just so I can see what it looks like. I think that, and so that is about, let's do 3/8 on this side. Okay. All right, so you're going to measure from this line to this line, and we are going to cut this away. Right? Right. This is your top one. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. I do this every single time. Remove the other ones. We're going to keep this one out. I'm so sorry. Okay. Let me step one back. Don't ever make anything until I'm all the way down, because I never know what I'm going to do. All right, so we have it on this folded line here, and I only want to make this a 1/2 inch spine, I believe. You can make it a 1/4 inch spine if you wanted, but I'm going to make it a 1/2 inch. All right, so let's just disregard this. Okay, so now we have, see here, we just have a 1/2 inch spine. So this one is still going to be along that edge. Okay, all of those will be folded in the same 1/2 inch. So from this point where the fold comes up is how big how wide the journal is going to be. So that's why I was looking at that. All right, so now I'm going to, let me just see from the first fold, which is right here. This is the fold that we're going to fold up. From there to, we can go to 5.5. Okay, so it's based on your size of your page, how you want to cover it. I think this is probably confusing. I'm sorry. I tried to work it out on a sample, and it was like I couldn't do it unless I actually made the cuts and all that. Okay, so see, now we're looking at this being the front cover right here. Okay, so all of this will show. So we're going to stamp and ink all around that. Okay, now here's the back, and this is the part that's going to flip over. So in order to do that, all we have to do is measure. Let me just check this measurement again. I have 5.5. So we need to go over 5.5 on this side, right here. And we're going to score it right there on 5.5. Okay. And then we're going to score it again at 1/2 inch. Find 1/2 inch right here. Can you see that? We're going to score again at 1/2 inch. Okay. And these are going to get folded like this and like this, if you remember how I did that. Okay, so that is our front. And I hope I did that right, because it doesn't seem right. Oh, I think I need to cut this a little shorter. This is the same thing that happened last time. Yeah. So we just need to trim this, oh, maybe 1/8 of an inch smaller or more. Just, yeah, just a tiny bit smaller. Otherwise it doesn't lay into that fold. Okay, there, it's perfect. Okay, so now we've got our basic front, and then I have this tab here, which last time the tab was really short and it didn't want to stay closed. And so now I think I can just make one of those rings and, you know, do a thing like that over the edge. Maybe, maybe not, I don't know. Okay, so to make the next piece, so that's the hardest one there. So this piece here, we're gonna do the half, we're gonna fold this spine 1/2 inch. Okay, because that spine is going to fit right on top of this one, like that. Okay. Now this gets folded in, and it has to be smaller than this. So you can fold it in like this, and this is going to make another page or whatever you want. You can fold it this way or you can fold it that way. You can cut this off smaller. You just have to make sure that this is going to fit inside of there. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it's too big, but I'm not going to change it right now. So I'm going to line these up on the edges and then just fold this down. Okay. Then this side gets also folded to meet inside. Now this one, you could do it just this far. Doesn't have to be the same. Okay. Actually, I think I'll do this one. I'll turn it this way just to be a little different. And this one we can just leave that way. So then we take the next one and we're going to fold it on the spine, on the creases. 2 creases are going to be our spine. Okay, and that one is going to fit inside of here. So now this one needs to be folded in. And this one, last time we kind of made it the like a fold out thing like this. So I'm going to make them about the same size and fold them down. Okay. Now our papers are not going to fit on this perfectly, but you know, we can take them and now we can cut them down a little bit. But the one paper will fit on this front like that. Okay. So what I wanted to do, instead of gluing it yet, and I may just wait and glue it in the next video. Let me see, why is that not working just right? I guess it's okay. And one thing you have to remember too, when you need your folders all to be coming from the same package, because they do different from, I mean, the same company, because they different from company to company. I found that out. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to ink okay, so does everybody have that? It's, you want to cut it from the height of the paper that you want to use. Okay, or you can do it journal size, like 9 inches high, 9 by 6 or 6.5. You want this this middle folder, this middle flap area, to be your very back page, because that's the part that's going to flip over to the front, because in reality this is your whole front. This is your book. Okay, and then all you have to do is measure from your spine that you here over to fit your page and make your cut. Okay, and then you take that same size, and from this side of your spine you're going to make your first score mark, and then a 1/2 inch score mark, and whatever's left over flips over to the front. Okay, I think you guys will see that. But last time I put it all together, I want to put fabric in here. I might put a piece of fabric here just to give it a little bit more weight and strength. And then I want to ink all around the edges. But I was kind of waiting to get the corduroy ink. It's supposed to be here today and it's not here yet. So I'm going to just put a little bit of stamping on it. And let's see. I just got I got these new ones. They're from probably AliExpress, but they were selling them on a website online. And I thought they were bigger because I really just wanted a key. I just thought it would be cool to have a key stamp. So I bought the whole thing, but, oh, and it had the gears on it too. Why does this always get stuck? There it is. Let's just turn them into the inside so it doesn't get stuck. Okay, so I don't know, I kind of, because this design here has floral in it. I thought it had like roses or something. It's lace. Oh, there. Oh. Yeah, there's some roses and stuff. I think this is the same kit. Maybe I bought the wrong add-on. Let me see. Here's more. A butterfly. Yeah, this looks floral to me. You know, roses and stuff like that. So I thought maybe some of these flowers would be a nice little background. Looking for my little stamper guy. And let's see what, yeah, this one was kind of nice too. Going around the edge. All right, let me test it first. I'm not going to bore you with stamping all around this. I just want to give you an idea. And I wished I had, oh, you know what would be pretty is some gold. I need a bigger sheet. That would be pretty as some gold. I kind of like that. A lot of it's going to be covered with paper, but I was trying to think, how can I get this through my printer so I can print on this file folder? Normally you would ink around the edges on this first, but I don't have that color ink, so I'm going to wait and see what the corduroy looks like. If not, I'll probably use tattered twigs, I think it is, or something. Okay, so let's just say that's done. And this is the page that's going to go on top of it. I think that looks really cool. It looks like lace. Okay, so we have that side. I think I might do this on this side. Whoops, that's the same thing, isn't it? Let's see, how do we get this to be varied? And this one too, kind of have to go down these seams because I think I want to round the corners on these two. Okay. So that's the other side. So yeah, I think this will be nice. So like this will go over the front, and this will come over this. Now see, this is the problem. I'm wondering if I do want it to be this big. So What I need to do is make 2 pages of this and put one down here and one here, and then just trim around it so that it will look like one whole image. I don't know that this is the image I'm going to put on the front, but that's what I was thinking. And I have where'd it go? I don't know, I had the word journal, so I was going to see if I could fit that on the front too. Okay, so what I would do is stamp everything and ink everything around all the edges and so forth. And then we will glue in the spines. We're just going to run a bead of glue and set it right down like this. But first, before I do that, I would like to put a piece of fabric maybe, or something. This one I didn't even go down the center parts. Let me do this side. Whoa. A lot of that's going to be covered. It's just to get that ink in there. I like that. I know it looks messy from here, but I do like it. Okay, so what? I'll have to look for fabric. But I was thinking that some of the, I have blue trim in that goes with the other journal, our blue reading journal, and I thought maybe I'd be able to use some of this trim with this, because I think this color blue is going to look really nice with this. Okay, so that's one of the elements. And then the other element is, when you do this, you need to think about making flips and things. So for instance, before we glue on any papers, I don't think I want it on that side. Before we glue papers on, we need to put what we're going to use as a flip. So I think I'll paper clip this on. And then, let's see, I thought I could use this paper bag. Maybe so. Let's see, that would end up over here like this, or I might want to put it back here, because I can cut this side open and make it. It kind of barely fits. Probably should have, I'll get a different bag, I think, and I will fold it a little bit more shallow. And this side will be a little longer because I'm going to cut it off anyway. So that's an option, to do a paper bag. Then you could do something like this, and you could hinge it on here and make this a flip out, or you could take this and cover it and make it a pocket. But that you wouldn't have to do prior to, see here, you could make another pocket. This one, I have these flashcards. I also thought I could do flips with these flashcards and other envelopes. So that's what I have to go browse around and find what I can fit in here. Because I think that's the fun part of this journal, is having those flips and stuff. Okay. So I'm just going to see how this closes at this point. Okay, so in here, it looks like I probably didn't need to fold those in so far, so I might move them out. Yeah, So I would ink it all like I said first, and then this one I'm going to move this one in a little bit, and that gives it kind of a layered look there. I like that. So this one, I don't know, just kind of looking at it. All right, I'm going to go because I am going to make this a half-hour part, and then I'll come back and tomorrow and do a little bit more. Okay, so thanks for watching, you guys. I hope you're going to enjoy doing this. I think, you know, it's going to be a fun one, and I'm going to work on the blue one too, the blue reading journal. This is just another one that I want to do, but I may not do all this on camera either, because it's going to be the same thing as we did before. Okay, so I'll see you in the next video. You guys have a great day. Bye. And inked around all the pages. So this is our back page. This is our like first page, and this is going to fold in, and that folds in to make our cover. Okay, so I stamped all around it on both sides, because last time I made this, I couldn't get in to stamp where I needed it stamped, and didn't realize that. Actually, I probably should stamp down here. Yeah, I have to, because that's where the fold is. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I'd missed a section there. Oh, my 30 minutes is going to be up in 10 here. I didn't get my, I guess it helps this to have this now and then. Okay, most of it's not going to show, but what does show, I just didn't want it plain, so I wanted to stamp it. Okay, so I stamped on both sides. This side I did with one stamp, and this side I used a different stamp. Okay, now that is our back page. Now I took this one of the middle pages, and I folded this way. So this can be used as a tuck if you want. You can leave it open, and you can flip it open, whatever. The same on this side. You can flip it this way. You can flip it this way. In fact, I'm thinking about cutting this one off, because, well, I'll show you in a minute, but I thought about cutting this section off and maybe just gluing it to here, and it would be a tuck from this side, or I could glue it here, because I don't really need, I don't know, this much here, because I'd rather put an envelope or something, but we'll figure that out. Okay, so now we've got this one laid out, and we're going to lay it out on this 1/2 inch that you made, and that's why I inked it too, because that helps me, you know, line them up. Okay, the next page lined up here is simply folded in, and this is going to be the very first inside page. So if you remember the last one I made, we have these two flaps here. Okay, so I hope that is all, everybody understands that. If you wanted to, you could mark these 1, 2, and 3, so you could keep them in the order that you wanted. And I also rounded any corners that I could round. I just thought it would look better. You can also cut off these tabs and just make it straight if you want. I left them on this time. I'm going to see how it looks. And then we have our center folder here. Now, if you don't have a center folder, your flip, you know, it could be anywhere. You don't even have to put anything there. If you've got you know, leftover file folders. But like I said in the last video, you really need to have the same brand because they are different. Okay, so I'm going to set these two over here and I'll make sure. So this is going to be my next one. So I'm just going to fabric tack in here. I was going to put fabric in here, but I think this is going to be really, really stable because it's got 3 layers. Plus, I'll probably put something on the outside layer. Okay, so we're going to kind of line this up so that it's fairly straight. It's possible that it's not cut absolutely correct. And then lay this down. And then I fold it like this up. And just make sure that these creases are good and tight to the, you know, they're glued in. Okay. So there's, oh, that's right. I remember, see this one here, I folded double again because I didn't, it was too far in, so I folded it out a little bit more. That's why that's being weird. Okay, so now, for some reason, I feel like I turned this upside down. There it is. Okay. All right, so the next one, this is our bottom. This is our second one. Then our inside one with the 2 flaps that go to the middle is going to go here. Oh, it didn't all squirt out. Okay, so I'm just going to set this down right in that 1/2 inch section. Okay, I'm just gonna, oop, it slid. Okay, I'm just gonna make sure that that's all laid down. And then normally you would let that dry, you know, before you start playing around with it. But I don't have time. I inked this with, remember I told you I was getting this new brush corduroy? And it's, I don't know if anybody has had it or not, but it's kind of a goldish color. And I like it, I think. I'm not sure. You know, it's kind of like getting used to a new thing. It's like a vintage photo almost, but lighter, I guess. And I don't know. Okay, so now we have, well, this stays open. This closes and this comes over. So it should look just like this. Feels like that one's a little too, well, I can't see it because I feel like I've got that over just too much. Okay, that's better, I think. So that's why you want to use fabric tack or something that's movable, not so weird. I keep turning it upside down and then I've got it where I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, that's good, I think. It's a little bit too high on this side, but I think it'll be okay. A little bit too high there. I don't know if I can get that on my trimmer. Just trim off of go all the way through, but I can cut it. So right now I'm saying to myself, why did I do that? I should have just waited and did it off camera, but you know, if it's not totally straight across your top, you might want to just do a little trimming. I don't think it was going to be that much trimming. Just basically going to trim this little edge off. All right, I'll have to ink that up a little bit again. Okay. Oh gosh, I feel like I should have not done this. There's one right there that's too high now. What'd I do? I really messed it up. I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna have to kind of trim that down. I'm gonna have to go back and ink it. All right. Yeah, I just don't want anything sticking up the top. I thought I laid it down so perfectly and had everything so straight. Okay, so that's it. Now, I've got my papers over here. I've got some pieces of, oh, I don't know. I just brought this over thinking maybe we could use something like that. But what I want to do right now is figure out where we're going to put our envelopes. So my first envelope, I'm going to put here on the inside. That's my largest envelope. Okay. And then I have a smaller envelope. And you could put one coming from the top. This one's a little too big. I'm trying to think how I would do other than I don't want to just make a flip, but I mean I could cut this down. Let's see. I could flip it to this side and glue it down. So I could make it a little flip like that. Would that be useful? I don't know. Not sure I want it like that. Okay, so now I'm thinking I wanted this envelope, which was too long, so I don't think I want it. I'm not sure if I want it on that page. I think I'd rather have it back here like this. And this is the one I could cut off. I could cut this one off, put my envelope around that. Let's see. Let me cut this end off so I can get a better visual. So if I did it that way, then this flap would be coming out here. Okay. I think I'm going to cut this one off and use it as, I mean, you could do these any way you want. Well, now if I can just get it in there. Any way you want to do it. Put as many tucks and things, as long as it all closes up and fits. Okay, so I will take this piece. Let's take this way. And then there's a pocket right there. I could even cut this down a little bit more. All right, then I'm going to take this envelope. I did cut the right one off, didn't I? Oh my goodness, I cut the wrong one off. Nobody yelled at me. Oh, darn. All right, well, fix and repair, right? I can't believe I did that. I do believe I did that. All right, so let's fix it with, some, I guess, washi tape right now, and then I can sturdy it up later. Get some. This is a flowery Christmas, I think. All right, just put it on this side to get it straight. It does not look straight. All right, I'll straighten it up later, you guys, because it's all stuck. I'll go back and straighten it up next, but it's still not too far off, but enough. Okay. This is the one I wanted to cut off, right? Center, okay. This is the one I want to cut off. And if it's not the right one, I'll have to fix it. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have nightmares about this. As it is, I'm already dreaming like how I'm gonna do something. All right, now my envelope is gonna go in here. I mean my bag. So I'm just going to, want to make sure I don't fold it in the wrong place. Okay, so about right there. Okay. So I'm just going to clip it in so we know that's there. And this one, I'm going to make a pocket. I think I want to make it coming from this side simply because it's easier to get in and out. All right, so let's put that on because I'll just glue that here and here. And I may take this part off and do a divot in there. Okay. What did I do wrong? I need to get these covered. I can't tell what's what. Okay, so now we can put another pocket or a flip. Like going this way. This here, I'll probably, you know, put pockets up inside there. So I'm going to put this here and make it maybe a flip. Okay. Just a way to get rid of those cards I've had for so long. They're very good, sturdy card. Okay. Now I have this little envelope, which we could put on the front here as a flip. Then we have a flip here to flip out. And then over here we just have, if we make that a pocket or leave it to open. Then a flip out here. Okay. I don't want too many because I have to decorate every one of them. But I think I'll put one here. I like to have the variety of sizes. Journal card in that. Okay, now we have this one here. And then I'm going to cut this a little shorter. Then we have this here as a pocket and then our flap. Okay, so that way we can get our papers on. You know, we could put the paper under the flap. Over the flap, I mean. All right, so on the front, I have this page. And, okay, so on this side here, they can barely get this fit, but it says Woodland Christmas Journal. And I would think that this is scrap paper that I had. I would think that this would be appropriate for the front. So, I ripped it on that side anyway. I made 2 of these because I was going to replicate it on the page below, like this. But that doesn't look right. Well, that's not going to actually be there though, huh? Hey, let's do that and see what happens. All right, so I'm just going to lay that on there. Just try to center it. And then I'm just going to take and trace around this. I got like 3 minutes, you guys. 3 minutes and I'm done. And then I'm going to work on the blue journal in the next video, the reading journal. Haven't forgot about it, but you know, when you get a new kit and you get a new idea, you just want to do it. And the, you know, reading journal is not necessarily a Christmas journal, but it would be a lovely Christmas gift. I have 3 journals that I have not sold. 2 have been on Etsy forever. Did I do that wrong? Oh, I thought I did it wrong. So I was just going to do a flip through on those journals. So if you see something pop up that's a flip through and you're not interested in flipping with it, you know, just don't watch it or fast forward it or whatever. I'm going to do them separately because that way you don't have to watch all 3 if you're interested in one. All right, so I think that should be offset a little bit. So I need to cut this side off. that doesn't. I wonder if I could do my quarter round and corner punch. Because it's not right. Okay, so let me just kind of trim it a little bit. It's just got a little bit of a glitch there. Okay. So I'm going to try to get this piece on so we can see how it's going to look. And I'm going to cut off just this little bit because we're going to cover this. I don't know if I'm going to cover this side. I might put lace or something on that edge. Okay, please cut straight. Probably should have tore it. That would have looked better. I guess I'm okay with that. And then I'll maybe do some kind of embellishment there. Okay, so let me get my glue book and I'll glue it on. So I hope everybody's doing a lot of crafting right now, because this is the time of year where, you know, I went to a craft show yesterday. Oh yeah, I left the video because of that. I didn't really see too much. Nothing I could use for journals. I was looking for, charms and things like that. But then again, the jewelry at craft fairs like that they're pretty pricey. Thought that might be better to do it that way, but maybe not. Okie dokie. Let's get this set down on here. Okay. So I was thinking if this one, if I move this one over, it should have matched right up to that, but it doesn't. So I don't know how much I'd have to cut. I don't want that tree that far over. So we'll just put a different picture on this side. Something that will look pretty showing through. This digital kit is it just seems small. I don't know. That's kind of pretty, just the swirly. But see, okay, I know what's the problem. The problem is my printer printed different sizes. You see this one? It's like it's like smaller. Great. See if I can find a taller one, a bigger one. Maybe these, no. All right, I'm gonna have to go back to my printer and find print something here for this and somehow get it a little bigger. I think I took off borderless on, I don't know. Let's see, how does this look on this? Yeah. I think I measured the journal images. I was looking for another piece of paper that yeah, see, this journal page here is full size on borderless. And I didn't use these because of that. All right, well, I have to quit here anyway, so I'll get another page printed for this, and then we'll start, you know, filling it up. Okay? So thank you guys for joining me. I know this was kind of long, and I hope I'm doing something that is interesting to watch. But, you know, I never know. I never know what to do next. And I kind of just go with what I want to do, I guess. So, anyway, you guys have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.